The doctor will see now.
Was that Duncan?
Nothing to do
Or
with
was
me.
it wasn't you? Was it Ed?
It was not Ed. I
It
can
was not
guarantee
Ed.
that.
We are Edless today. Ed is gigging again. What's happening, kids? I know what's happening here, but I have no idea what's happening on your end.
Not a lot for a long time.
Timothy wants my G3 bass really bad. I want to keep it too. I don't want that son bitch to go. For anybody who doesn't know or hasn't been awake the last couple of days, yeah, all the sales have started on all the guitars, and there have been somewhere close to a dozen of them that already sold today. So a couple of videos went out about that, and everything has a price under there on the first, I guess you would say, what do you call that? When somebody does the first little reaction, or the first person to type in a comment. Yeah, that's me. It's like it's pinned underneath all the...
The person that says first when actually
that's
like
where
10
it's
people are writing first at the same time.
Yeah, first. So it's in there. What's it say? Creepy, Sir Timothy. Oh, he just saw me, or he sees me twice on here. Ooh. Yeah, I just telling Duncan I cut my hair today, and I tried to make it look just like the one on the shirt. So I didn't do a very good job of it. I didn't comb it. That's part. Let's see. We got Muncie, Indiana. I miss Indiana, especially right now. It is 102 degrees right here, right now. A beautiful thing. Let's see. Kevin says his buddy has the Paisley Telly. I would have taken a 1968 or 69 one of those. Let's see. What makes your G3 a second? Okay, for people who don't know what a second is when they come off the line, Gibson will find something wrong with it, and they will just stamp the back of the headstock second.
Broken neck.
Yeah, it's got a broken neck on it.
It's slightly second.
Yeah, it's just slightly. It was fucked up for a second. Then they glued it, and I've looked all over that goddamn thing. I can't find anything wrong with it. So your guess is as good as mine on that one, because I sold my other G3 and kept this one. The other G3 had a much better finish, but this is a better bass. So I just kept the better bass.
So I'm just going to say hello to G.W. Taylor. Good evening from Bonnie, Scotland. I drink a toast here. Here's Tears. Faz like us. Damn future than all deed.
What he said. Contraband Joe wants to know why you're selling all your shit. Scott, still haven't caught what you're doing. Well, there's this thing called going broke. And that's what I did. I went broke. And that's the truth. That's the end of that. I had a buddy of mine, Terry Bart. He got a hold of me yesterday. You might have seen him in some of my videos. Or him or me in some of his videos. He's like, "What's wrong with your heart, man?" It's like, "Well, it's black as coal, but other than that, I'm doing all right with it." Why? He's like,
Yeah,
"I've been hearing all over the internet that your heart's going bad, so you got to sell all your shit to pay for your heart."
well, what we're trying to do is find the cure for not being a cunt. And
Oh, I'm
yeah.
definitely a cunt. Yeah. So
that
yeah,
takes a lot of research.
Yeah, I've simply went broke ever since other people learned how to work YouTube, because whole thing was is I really cashed in on it. YouTube started in 2005. Dr. Groovy started in 2006. So since I was the only one other than um, hmm, this guy, Marty Schwartz, he was the only one that was on here doing anything. And so he was cashing in. So I thought I better do the same thing. And I ended up being probably the first person that started doing guitar reviews and so forth. All this stuff did good, and the videos all did really good and enabled me to financially be free, as I was laid up for many, 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 many years. So all that has ran out. So it's time to either try to get a job and fail at doing that, because I'm too fucked up to do such things, or sell all my shit. So I'm selling all my shit.
No, let's face it, Scott. You spent all those years on YouTube, and you're a bit of a dumb fuck because you never monetized because you thought
I
you were
never
doing the
did.
righteous thing.
I never did monetize.
Mm.
Nope.
And to be honest with you, I didn't monetize my channel till much later when I thought, why the fuck not? What? Why not? I just did, and then everybody stopped watching my channel. So well, there we go.
There you go. Let's see. Paulo's talking about country baseline idol. Thank you. Hey, Scott, what are you doing, brother? Hey, Chris. There's Bob from Winnipeg. I know about everything and every girl in Winnipeg. Timothy took his whatever he had to say, he took it back, but he talked down here a little bit. I do have shit to talk about, but I want to see where everybody's from. We got Steve from Alabama. Does having the second lower the value on the Epiphone Les Paul with second on it? It depends on if anybody is turned off by it. It doesn't bother me the single bit. I pay full price for anything that has it. But I'm going to say that because
what was the issue? What was the second issue? What was it? Was it
no idea? I can't find it.
Paint.
It
something?
could been a piece of fly shit in the paint that's black, so you can't see it. I don't know.
Oh wow.
I can't figure it out. So, had it been any other color, maybe I could have seen it, but since it's black, it's hard to see. I guess it would probably be something in the paint. But I don't know. Let's see. Timothy, like the Grinch, is your heart test 3 times too small. He's talking about my heart, not my wang. My wang is definitely 4 or 5 times too small.
You're going to donate that to science, aren't you?
I'm going to donate that for sure. I can't donate much, but oh, holy shit. We got gorgeous Roddy Chrome here from Arizona. Is it as hot over there as it is over here? Depends on what part he's in. Richard, thank you, buddy. I will actually get to something here in just a moment. I got Cam. I'm reading Timothy's other stuff. Yeah, he's going through the same shit as me. Oh, somebody actually out there, GW, actually saw my crack shirt. taking a bit of a chance there, are you? Yeah, I am. Is it infringing on Gibby's trademark? I honestly don't know. I was going to put play authentic on there. For the people don't know about the t-shirt, it shows a busted headstock on a Les Paul or an SG, one of the two. I don't matter, but I just put got crack across the top of it. And
Do you think he's referring? Do you think he's referring to the crack in the neck as their trademark?
Exactly. That has to be theirs. But it doesn't show the front of the headstock, so I don't know that. And it doesn't show the actual curvature of the top of the headstock in order for them to be able to get after me, so they don't know which guitar it is for sure. It does show part of a serial number, but at an angle that's not easy enough for them to prove. Okay, one more. See, Contraband Joe, your channel has inspired about 6 guitar purchases. He picked up the Gibson Corvus, the PV Mystic, the T60, the Ibanez Iceman, the Aria Pro, the SG, and the PRS. That's a bunch of shit. Not shit, but a bunch of stuff. Holy cow. Hey, I'll let you guys know the pink guitar right here, that is the first guitar that sold today. So everybody's like, no. But honestly, yes. I sold about, I don't know, 10 or 12 so far today. I'm not looking right now since I have to run as few programs as possible to make sure we don't crash or anything. So I'll find out after we're done here what has to go and what kind of crap I need to go get out of storage to ship out. Gives me an extra day here in the US because of the 4th of July for tomorrow, so got plenty of time to pack things up. But yeah, the pink one here, it took off. Gold one right there, it's gone. Let's see, there's a 12-string Alvarez acoustic back there, it's gone. The Ovation acoustic, it's gone. A banjo went away. One of my Confederate Strats went away. See, the dulcimer, the strum stick, the mandolin, the fiddle have all gone away. So, yeah, pretty good so far, and got people wanting all kinds of things. So they said they'd get back with me, and I'm sure they will. They just were waiting for the prices to be listed, and I didn't do that till really late last night. So all the prices are up, and of course, somebody wrote me a very nice thing here on Facebook just a moment before coming on here, and they're like, you don't need to sell anything. Jesus Christ would help you with that. It's like, he didn't pay my fucking electric bill. What the hell?
Yeah, is Jesus going to buy your guitars for you?
Yeah, Jesus, buy my wood. I'll put 2 of them in a shape like this. You think that'd help? Make him feel at home.
You know what Jesus would do? He'd buy 5 of them and then just like manage to make them clone into like thousands and just give them to the entire world of guitar players, so no one has to buy a guitar anymore. That's the sort of thing Jesus would do.
That's what Jesus would do.
Well, I've never met him, but you know. if he comes into the chat, we'll find out.
Another guy on here, he called me a cunt for the most part and said, "You're not going to sell any of those because your prices are too goddamn high." That done pretty good so far. So I definitely looked at everything. See, I want a Confederate strap. I've got Confederate straps. I've got like 10 of them, 10 different ones. One of them Skynyrd, if that makes a difference.
If you got to put on at the end.
What?
A Confederate strap on.
Oh, a strap on. Oh, that would be cool. I'm going to start selling strap on dildos, folks. Groovy dildos. That's the next thing I'll be getting into, or they'll be getting into me. Oh, that's sick and wrong. Let's see. Okay, so Contraband Joe wants to know what I'm keeping other than the pink paisley and the custom Iceman. Okay, I'm keeping all the guitars that I have had built. So, of course, the custom Iceman right here and the pink paisley, like you said. I've had like 10 people ask me about the paisley. It's like, how much for that one? It's like, you aren't getting it. And it says not for sale. So that one, this one right here, the black and white one was made for me. The purple one right here was made for me. One of the acrylic guitars was made for me. So keeping those, I'm keeping a PV Falcon, a white one up here that was gifted to me. So I can't get rid of that. And promised never to get rid of it. And I'm not gonna.
Now,
so
let's be honest, Scott. We did talk briefly pre-show
yes.
about the pink paisley.
Oh yeah.
If someone offered you
Yeah.
the right amount of money,
He
you would
asked
let
if
it
I
go.
would sell it. Yeah.
And
And
how
that's
much
one of my
was that?
shirts.
How much
10
was
grand.
it? 10 grand.
10 grand, you can have that. Otherwise, and I know that way it's not going anywhere.
No, but you never know. Someone might, because they go, "Hey, it's Scott Grove. I want that guitar, and it's going to be Scott Grove's guitar, and I will own it, and it'll be. I know it's helping Scott out."
That's right. Some
Yeah.
crazy sumbitch out there with 10 grand to just throw away. You can have my amazing axe. And I'm keeping this. I'm getting rid of all my lap steels, my pedal steels, my drums, my everything. It's all going away. All the other instruments I play, they're all going away. And I'm saving an Ibanez bass from 1982. And what's the other bass I'm keeping? It's not the Iceman. Oh, a Fender Jazz Plus. So, and my Ibanez.
Leo Bailey is asking in the chat how much for the strap. Leo, just email him at the email that's be tagging along the bottom of the screen. Make him an offer. I'm sure he'll sort it out.
Yep. I'll have no need for such thing. I've got 2 huge tubs full of brand new straps that I've probably put on maybe once or twice. Some of them still have the tagger on them, and just collected tons of straps because each guitar had 1 or 2 or 3 for each one. So that when I went out and played, I'd have something matching to go with my guitars, but never went out and played that much anymore. But I will be keeping another Ibanez Iceman, and that's my Ibanez Iceman ukulele. 1 out of 2 of them I'm keeping. So, and that will be it. Even my tetanus caster is up for sale. So that heavy ass motherfucker, it's even up for sale.
Does it come with a box of elastoplast plasters?
Oh, it should. Come with a whole big needle full of anti-tetanus medicine.
Antibiotics.
Antibiotics, yeah. Some syringes just because I have a lot of syringes laying around. Me and my buddies have all been sharing them. Let's see. Thanks, Brian. What's wrong with the Martin acoustic? Okay, here's what's wrong with the Martin, and somebody said that they may still buy it, but whoever comes here first gets it. Here's what's wrong with the Martin. I think I don't know if I put a price on it or not. If I did, it might have been $200. It's got a perfect case with it. What happened is I had a guitar up on the wall, like you see him way up there, and it came out of the the hanger came out of the wall. The electric guitar fell like this and crashed right into the Martin and busted the holy shit out of it, so it's no longer even playable. So only thing left is, well, it's all there. It's just not playable. But the electronics are all great and they're good, and it has the microphone that's inside still and everything else. So anybody wants it, you can have the guitar and make it into a lamp or whatever. You know, you got your tuner, so you can tune up your lamp. So all the electronics are there. An amazing case, of course, case of the herpes and so forth. But that's what's wrong with the Martin. It just took a big shit when that thing landed on it with that much force. So I think I asked for $200 on that, just for the price of the case more than anything. Then you get free electronics and tuners and.
You can go into a charity shop. I think you call them thrift stores over there, but
Yes.
a charity shop. And
Yep.
well, I managed to because they normally sell guitars in those places, and they're usually shit. I mean, I actually went into one where things were just so knackered, the necks were warped. I said, "You can't sell this shit. You can't even give it away."
Oh, true.
But one time I went into a charity shop and they had a little Martin, like a 3/4 scale Martin guitar for
right.
and I bought it for £6.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be like this $10. And so we eventually took it to a local guitar store and sold it to them, and basically, bought another electric guitar from the sale. And they said,
Right.
well, you could make a lot more money if you just sold it privately. I said, yeah, I know, but I got a really good deal. I'm just passing it on. So
Exactly.
yeah, so they got a good deal on it. I got a good deal on it. I think I sold it to them for like 150. So I could have sold it private fee for like a couple of hundred, or God knows what. But
It
yeah,
was one of
that was
those type of
amazing.
shop. Yeah, it was one of those
Yeah.
type of shops where I bought my Martin little one, my Martin Fudge Packer guitar.
I think the problem was that they get just so used to crap coming in that if something really good does come in, they have no idea.
They have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Some of them are looking. My wife, she works or volunteers at 2 different ones every week, just sorting through shit and pricing everything for them, and tries to let them know when there's hidden treasures in there, or she'll buy stuff. She gets shit for half price, so she'll grab stuff that she knows is worth money, and then pay half price what they were going to sell it for. So she'll bring shit home that's worth a quarter. And then last month she made $700 and some and from one of these shops that she sells on consignment in, and she had like $5 into the products, but then she made $700 in clear money. So she does good doing that, but like you said, most of them don't know jack shit about it. But the pawn shops are getting a little better. They are scanning to see on the internet what's worth what. And
yeah, exactly. There's one I know that they literally just like, if anything good comes in, it just gets whisked away straight away to their central depot,
right?
Because they know, and it will go, and it doesn't go into their shops. It will go to a special place where they sell it for
Where they sell the good
value.
Shit. Yeah. A lot of them are doing that now, and I go down to check out what they have for sale, and everything's just shit. It's like, come on, where's the good stuff that hadn't been sold off yet? Come on, bring it out. Oh, who was it said down here they miss watching me getting rid of all of the collections and then buying new collections. I'm gonna miss the shit out of doing that too, and that's half the fun of life. But that time has come to an end, and yeah, we're just gonna be old farts. And well, hell, my wife's 65; she'll be 66 in October, and so that basically just puts us into time to, I mean, she's been retired for a while and gonna get us in a little tiny place and cramp up in there, and I'm gonna keep all my sound system and lighting and all that kind of shit for I don't know why. Basically because if I stick it on Craigslist, since you can't hardly ship the stuff, I would get nothing for it, and I'll never be able to lift the shit anyway. But I just want to keep it for a little bit longer. I have no idea why I'm attached to all the PA and sound system crap, but yet I'm willing to get rid of the guitars first. Odd. But I've actually got more speaker cabinets arriving today, if you can imagine that.
No.
Yeah. I'm making my bass amp twice the size that it is already. So I'll be running 16 10-inch speakers and 8 5-inch speakers. So 24 speakers for my bass.
Are you getting deaf in your old age or something?
Yeah. So I'll be using 24 speakers for my bass guitar in the living room right here. So I've lost my bloody mind, I has. Let me check a couple more things, and then I'll. Somebody. Gary Graves said his wife has epilepsy. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, and his daughter had a liver intestine transplant. Man, you've been hit hard. I spent countless months over the past 9 years at Riley Hospital, and it's been your channel that kept me from going nuts. Thank you. Oh man, I'm glad I was here for that, if nothing else. Glad you dug it enough to do something like that for you. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from as well. It's just a fucking nightmare when life hits you like that, and it's like, what can you do? Honestly,
Right.
what can you do?
This is true. Yeah, shit just comes and hits you like that, and it's like you just think nothing's gonna drag you out of it. And if I'm part of that helped you out in any kind of way, man, I'm all kinds of humbled. Oh, somebody asking about my Ace Frehley Les Paul. I sold that years ago. Yeah. I was so happy to find out that the headstock broke off of it when it was shipped. Sold it for 10 grand, and they didn't care that the headstock broke. They didn't want their money back. They ended up buying another one as well and had Ace Frehley sign both of them. And that's all they cared about was just getting them signed, and said they'll just like have the headstock repaired later, and they're just going to hang them up in some little place anyway behind glass. So no big deal. Let's see. Timothy had fun playing through a big line array on a PA. That's the kind of sound system, of course, that everybody's used for the last 10, 15 years, with the big curved set of speakers that are kicking your ass. Okay, you have huge bottom end at the bottom where your bottom is supposed to be, all your subs on the ground, touching the ground. They're not this far off the ground. They're touching the ground. They have to couple with the floor. Otherwise, you lose about 80% of the bass that they were creating anyway. So they have to be in contact with the floor. All the speakers that you get in the line array are generally 2 10-inch speakers and then a horn. But then you have like 20 of those cabinets on top of each other on both sides, and some on the sides and some in the back of the arena or what have you. And sound is very, very, very slow. So they have to put a time delay on all the different cabinets depending on how far back they go, to the cheap seats. to keep everything. When you're seeing the band play, it looks like they're still playing in time with the music when actually the music is out of time with what's going on, but it visually corrects itself with a delay on it. But yeah, playing through a big system like that, man, there's nothing like it. It's like shakes the shit right out of your ass, man. You hit a low note like that, and it's like ain't nothing better. So yeah, I'm trying to create my own same type of experience here. Just run all that stuff through there and stick my ass right against the bass amp and hope for a sonic. What would you call that? What do you call that when they take all the shit out of you? Is it a colonoscopy? No, that's a. What's the other one? You'll get it before I will because my brain is just shit.
The
today.
piss?
No, when they actually go in there and somebody tell me what they call that. When they go in and take the shit out of you. A colonic, an enema. That's what the fuck word I was actually looking for. Yeah, I'm wanting a subwoofer enema. Thank you. I knew you guys would do it.
We'll turn it up. You get the brown note at least.
Oh yeah, the brown note. That was
Yeah,
on
you wouldn't need the enema
South
then.
Park, wasn't it? South Park. They finally came up with the brown noise or the brown note, and
Yeah.
everybody played it on their little flutes or their whatever they had. And Cartman found out what it was, but they all wore headphones as like 10,000 kids all played that note, and everybody over the entire world, yeah, everybody shit themselves simultaneously.
We're getting old now. We don't need that shit anymore.
That shit.
We just have to. All we got to do is get up in the morning and
I know.
Walk up the stairs.
I love the being awake and just. I love that. Try to go out to the mailbox.
Damn, another pair of trousers locked.
I know it. Wait till some of you guys get this age. It's a beautiful goddamn thing.
Right. Okay. So someone in the chat, and it's literally called someone, said, do simple lessons and use Patreon and charge £2 a month. You can make $1,000 in a month. Yeah, that's what we've been doing on this channel since we decided to bring Scott Grove live to you all. We thought it'd be a brilliant idea for Scott Grove to come up with channel membership, and you become channel members and you get access to all his lessons.
And 3 people have signed up other than Duncan.
Yeah.
So that's where all the lessons are at. I got rid of all the downloads and blah blah blah, and they're all tucked away in that thing. And
it's like no one cares anymore.
Right. It's has been stuff.
Yeah. Well, where they're going? Marty Schwartz?
Yeah.
I mean, all the other thousands of people who had got guitar lessons now.
Thousands, yeah. They don't need to come to me anymore. He'll just sit there on, it don't matter what it is, and it don't matter who's doing it. They're just rehashing, doing taking care of business and cocaine and Johnny Be Good over and over again for the past 15 years and acting like it's something new. But everybody every year that picks up a guitar right away, they got to, it's like all this stuff. I just got demonetized right there. But they just want to learn the quickest way.
You could have done Stairway.
Yeah, they all just want to learn the quickest way to play power chords and to play their favorite song. Only how to play the beginning of it. They don't want to learn the whole song. So it's just the beginnings so they can pretend around their friends that they know what's going on. And they're like, play the whole song. No, man. And then I know this song. And then they're like, play the whole song. It's like, nah, man, I'll play this too. And I play this. And they never learn a whole song. Most of them are strokers. I thought about honestly doing a live thing where I actually teach live, since it's actually called Groovy Music Lessons, and not Scott sitting down to chat. So I don't know if anybody would actually want to sit down and do actual lessons like this. They used to do the Skype thing and so forth, but everybody's at a
the
different
things.
level.
That
Right.
was one of the things we were working towards. That we could do members only live streams where
Live
a
streams just for the
certain level
members.
just for the members, and so far it could be like 4 of us and you. So that's not going to
Yep.
work out very well. But yeah,
Yep.
so you would have this like live interaction, but
Yeah,
again,
just trying to find a niche.
no one
niche.
cares.
Nobody cares. So we've tried about everything, and finding a really tough, finding it tough to stay on, actually. Trying to find something that would work, but so far nothing is happening other than we get the same, basic folks in here every week just to make noise. But all the actual stuff that
Don't get us wrong. Don't get us wrong,
yeah,
audience.
we appreciate you being here, of course. But as far as
now, fuck off.
Yeah, as far as the initial plan on what to do on this thing, everything has bit the dust so far, other than just getting to talk to the friends and so forth. So it's just a basic hangout. So, but that's fine. If everybody just wants to hang out, we'll hang out. I'm hanging out. I don't have any pants on, so I've been hanging out this whole time.
Yeah, we also tried it. We also looked into try and get guests on the show, and we put out a few feelers, and they went dead. So not interested. They're all too busy doing their own things. They're just not interested in like hanging out with the old crew. They're just looking ahead, as it were.
The majority of people want to know if a piece of shit guitar is as good as an American Strat. And people will pile up by the couple hundreds of thousands within one day to watch that same tired video, but from a different person. I mean, every other day. I mean, that's just the way it is. Does a Donner guitar stack up against a Strat? Okay, now let's try this. Does an Xavier?
It depends who's playing it.
I know. It's like, can you make a $69 guitar sound as good as a $1,800 guitar? Well, sure, if you replace it with all the parts of the $1,800 guitar. Put enough parts into it, and sure it will.
Yeah, and put it into the hands of an 1,800 per hour session musician. I'm sure it'll be fine. He'll manage to play it, no problem. You won't.
No problem. Yeah. Hand it to Clapton or something. He'll make it sound wonderful.
Clapped out.
Clapped out. Gary Graves says, yeah, zombie guitarists, no soul, just copycats. Yeah, that's what it should be. I just now saw the shit emojis. You guys know I just actually learned the word emojis like a week ago. I didn't know what all that shit was called. Like down there, I just saw a guy with a cowboy hat. Had no idea what the fuck that meant.
I bet you thought it was a band.
I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Have you heard the Emojis' new single?
Okay, there's something I want to know. It says, hi from Canada. This was actually something I was going to bring up a minute ago, and no disrespect. I want to see how you guys feel about it. I got prepared and actually brought some stuff I wanted to talk about. And God forbid I actually brought something in. Since we're on it, or since I'm on it, Is the word band really necessary when it comes to bands? It's like you don't hear of, ladies and gentlemen, and now the Kiss band, or here's the Rush band.
White
Here's
Snake band.
Here's the White Snake band. Yeah, it's like, I know there's the Allman Brothers band, but there didn't have to be. If you just call them the Allman Brothers, I'm sure they know it's a band.
I've seen
You know
a
what I
band
mean?
on a cigar.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles band. I've just never understood it, and I've never been in one that actually had the name band in it. I've always fought against it. It's just like, you kind of know there's a band.
What if the name of the group's just called band?
There is the band.
Just band.
Oh, just tonight,
Just
ladies
band.
and gentlemen, band. Band. Oh, and spell it BANNED.
ED, yeah.
We've been banned. That'd be nice. Bird is the word. Bird. The bird is a word. Well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a word. You know that song by the Trashmen?
Oh, yes.
The Buster Hyman band. See, now if you just left it alone, ladies and gentlemen, Buster Hyman. See, it's just cooler. It's almost like a directive. You want to go out there and Buster Hyman. You just don't have to say the Buster Hyman band. It just sounds cooler with, it's like you had the Charlie Daniels band. It's like, well, nobody gives two fucks unless it's just Charlie Daniels, because they don't care about his band. Nobody can name anybody else in there other than who? Dickie Betts, maybe. Throw him in there every now and then. He played with everybody, though. Yeah. John Pearson, the band. You're exactly. Dave Matthews, exactly. Just wondered what anybody would actually think about that. There's just so many of them. It's like, do you need band? And I was thinking on some of these, I'm going to piss old Ed off. I know I am, but these are just my particular.
He's not here. He's not going to fucking watch it. So sorry.
Ed's not here. He's not going to watch it. Yeah. I'm actually wanted to discuss some stuff of people that are actually in bands that are in here or are thinking about it or have ever been in it. I won't take it too far unless somebody tells me to shut up or wants to know stuff. But things that should not actually take place, jump in at any time if you agree or disagree. If you're in a band, one thing you never want to see on a stage, ever, 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 is an orange extension cord. I know it's the stupidest thing in the world to think of, but it's like a flippin' eyesore. Everything should be black. You never go see, I know you're like, but I'm playing at the Eagles Club or the Moose Lodge or the VFW. We can have an orange extension cord. What's the big fucking deal? It's an eyesore. It's like, would you go over there and leave your Egg McMuffin on top of your amplifier or blah, blah, blah. It's like, just have a little bit of pride in what you're doing up there. You just never go anywhere where anybody is anybody. If you think you're nobody, then you can still be nobody, I guess, and go on stage with whatever you've been wearing for the past 3 days straight. And look like everybody else. I guess a lot of bands do that nowadays. They don't give two shits what they wear or what they look like. And if you are using extension cords, and let's hope you are, use nothing less than 12 gauge cables. Okay, I know this kind of stuff is weird and odd to some people that don't know about such things, but especially if you have to make a run that's over like a 50-foot cable, definitely be using 12 gauge cables, because everything else is just not going to make it happen. All your shit's going to overheat and blow the fuck up, and nobody wants it. Power strips, even, they look horrid on stage unless you have black ones. And even then, power strips are not ideal if they have circuit breakers on them. Just get the ones that have like 4 outlets and that's it. You know, just heavy duty 12 gauge things with a junction box at the end, and no way for anything to trip on there. People won't.
No switches you can actually kick off.
Exactly, because you can walk right by it and bump it with your toe and it'll shut off, and your guitar cord can just accidentally hit it and it's going to shut your power strip off. Had it happen many, many times, and quit using them. And the biggest one I really hate, there's a whole bunch more here, but let's see. Hey, James Sanders in the room. Scott, do you still like playing solo with backing tracks? Yes. Yeah, nobody's drunk on stage if I do that, and I know they're going to be there on time. And I know exactly when and how long my solos can be, and it's a beautiful thing.
And they're a lot cheaper to pay.
A lot cheaper to pay, and it sounds better all the time. You can control the volume of everybody in the band, which is one I wanted to get to. After one more thing about chords. Yeah, because again, all these power strips and stuff, they're just eyesores from the audience's point of view. It looks like shit, you know. And if you have, you know, your lights up on stands and blah, I'm thinking small scale. Have your lights up on little stands, and you have these 25-foot cables that won't quite make it up there, so you're just leaving them laying up in the air like that. And they're just, what are you doing over there, Duncan? Did he fall asleep on the top of the computer?
I did it again. I'm typing in the chat, and every time I seem to type in the chat, the super chat thing comes on. I don't know what's going on there.
And we know better than that.
Well, see, I tell you what. See, is it up? See, is it's up? Come on, somebody, come on.
Yeah, there's. Oh, where'd the money go? Somebody says they dig the shirt. Yeah, there's me with my pink paisley and got my beard on and my guru thing going on here. It's a beautiful thing. It's a subliminal message. Yes, it is. Okay, the other things that just drive me nuts, this is just my bit section, and it's to help get me through the first hour. Curly cords. For God's sake, get rid of those. They're horrible. They're
so cool.
Oh, they're so retro. And it's like you have a 30-foot cable that all of a sudden is wound up so fucking much that it's now 10 foot long. And it just hangs off your guitar and goes right in your amp and hangs there, and everybody trips over it. And
the curly cord is superb until it starts to get tangled. Have you ever tried untangling a curly cord?
Oh, good God. I remember trying to do that with a fucking telephone cords, you know, with the curly cords that came on the telephones.
Oh, and you Yanks, you have like really, really long cables so you can talk from the other side of the house.
Yeah.
Those phone cables. Those
curly cords. Yeah, you'd drag them all the way, upstairs and never have to take the phone off the wall.
Yeah, back in the days when that's where the phone was, you know.
Yeah, on the wall.
Now we're also like wireless and fucking shit like that. No. Bring back the old days.
see, here's something from someone. Does Scott? Hey, there's Danny. You can turn the money machine back on. There it is, Sir Danny. Thank you, bud.
Woo-hoo! Thank you so much, Danny. And I can guarantee it will go into Scott Grove's next T-shirt purchase.
That's going to help me wash these shirts and try to not make them so rank for you. I can actually buy a couple more shirts to start giving away again.
Yeah.
I haven't got to do that in a while.
Of course, you do realize, everybody, that if you do buy one of his shirts, he has to try them on first, and just to make sure they work.
I try on all the shirts first.
Yeah.
No matter what size it is.
So if they come with the extra
rip in
sweat,
it or some
sweat stain,
some sauce on it.
Yeah, you get that for free.
Some fish sauce on there, or something from the sea monkeys spilled on there.
Do not
anybody
go into the sea monkeys.
Remember sea monkeys?
Scott, do not go into the sea monkeys.
Oh, you gotta love sea monkeys.
Don't go there.
Those were so cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever fall for those and buy any? Sea monkeys were awesome, man.
Yes, this is not the conversation we had with
John
Ed last
John
week.
Pearson says he remembers them. Yeah, Brine Shrimp, beloved abstract. He remembers the brine shrimp, the sea monkeys. Duncan, I was watching or looking for them for some reason the other day, and it came up. There's actually a kids cartoon show. It wasn't cartoons. They were all dressed up in outfits called the Sea Monkeys.
No way.
Yes, sir. Go on YouTube and look up the Sea Monkeys.
Hang on. Were they in a band?
Not that I'm aware of. I just watched one episode. Is all I watched.
Was it a parody of the Monkeys?
No, not that I'm aware of.
What? They missed a trick there.
They missed out on a.
Hey, we're the Sea Monkeys. Oh, watch out. We got incoming.
Incoming what? Hey, it's Dick.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's happening?
Oh, going good. If you guys don't remember Dick Dawson, then everybody, this is Dick.
Hey, how you doing, everybody's? Thanks for having me back over. I'm surprised though. I come into a stream that I'm figuring is going to be all about musical stuff and tech of the music and whatnot, and fucking sea monkeys. What the hell?
Dick, you do not know the full conversation that happened off air last week, and
off air.
Yes, and I don't think we can go that way.
It was sick and wrong.
I'll tell you what, though. When we go off air, you can explain it to Dick.
You guys wouldn't believe the shit that goes on off air, but
I would.
Yeah.
I know Duncan.
But we always have to ask each other like 3 or 4 times. It's like, has the stream ended? And this is after we've said a bunch of shit. It's like, has the stream ended?
Dude,
if it hasn't yet, it will be.
Dude, over on our channel, The Shills, we've had a few of those moments where I'm a little bit drunk and it's 20 minutes after the stream and I'm like, oh, fuck, we shouldn't have said, oh, it's okay. We're off stream. It's okay. But I've done that too.
Oh, man. Yeah. Somebody caught us over here as well. They're like, dude, you forgot to turn your stream off. And they're like, that wasn't cool, man. It's like, well, what did we actually say? We went back and watched it, and there was nothing. It's like the stream ended when it was supposed to.
Yeah, it's just I forgot to switch it off, so it was like a black screen for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the mics were deactivated.
The mics were
off.
off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was not cool, dudes. Not cool.
But of course, if we had some more, channel members, then we could do the uncool channel members only stream.
We could do the very un-PC 10 minutes after the thing goes down and let you guys hear the behind the scenes shit.
Shit, let them in.
If we get to 250 members by the end of the stream, we'll do an OnlyFans for the love of God. All right, just fucking sign up.
I've got your member.
Shit, yeah. If we get to 5, we'll do that.
Remind everybody where you're from, Dick. We got people from everywhere.
Oh, myself, I'm the west coast of Canada, British Columbia. Right. I'm on the west side of the Rocky Mountains, just as it starts going up in a lovely little valley. Great place to live.
So, yeah, we're sporting 3 whole countries here at one time.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful damn thing. And how are them Rocky Mountain oysters?
Oh, DK and I, we've known each other a long time now, right? For anybody not paying attention, you know. And myself, I almost should be an honorary Brit because my whole world, aside from music, is car racing. I love auto racing. And had I been brought up in UK where they had airfields everywhere that were turned into racetracks, I might have had a chance to, actually, do something. But in Canada, we have a racetrack here, a racetrack there, tiny oval. Oh, there's a drag strip in the other province. You just have to drive 8 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
just outside our house, where there's some kids who drive up and down the road, thinks it's a fucking racetrack.
Hey, we got Jeff in here mentioning a town where I grew up in Greenfield, Indiana. And how do you know about Greenfield, Jeff? You got to let me know. You're going to bring it up. You got to let me know how you know about home.
Yeah, interesting. Loving the shirt, groovy. That's looking cool, buddy. Yeah.
Isn't it great? Me and my little pink thing.
I love it. That's looking good, buddy.
Yeah, I donned my little guru pose and my gray beard, and I tried to do the hair the same. So, yeah, a couple people's like, how come it's got brown hair and a gray beard? It's like, look at me, you fuck.
Yeah. Oh, we had from Beloved Abstract in the chat a shout out for bicycle racing, Tour de France. Yeah, I'll give that a shout. Bicycle. Good song.
Yes. The Sea Monkey Band.
I did the Sea Monkey thing when I was young, but and I'm on the side of yes, they were cool. They really were.
Weren't they though? If you put a little gel in their hair and sweep it up.
Yeah. Well, she did me well on my prom night, but that's another story.
I never went to a prom or a dance. Well, I played at them. So I was always playing music and never got to go to a dance.
Me too. I always played the school shows when I was growing up. I was a decently advanced guitar player for my age. So the guys I played with were a couple years older than me. And my first experiences of playing in a band, like in a bar, are being rushed in the back door onto stage so I could play and then being kicked out immediately because I wasn't old enough to actually be in the fucking place.
I have played many places that actually in that Greenfield, Indiana, where they're talking about. I played there many times, and they allowed us everywhere in Indiana to play because I started playing 6 nights a week when I was 13 years old. And we'd go in and watch other bands play. And all of it was legal as long as we were either backstage or we had a bus back then, or if we were sitting out in our bus. But as long as we were backstage and watching the bands from there, or if we were playing there, then we could actually, of course, be there and play.
Yeah,
we just couldn't bang any chicks on the dance floor, but we were allowed to go ahead and head to the bathroom and all that kind of crap, as long as we were in a beeline to it,
the clubs when I was at that age were very strict, so I was literally parking my car in the back alley where we'd put the van for the gear and everything, and I'd be sitting in my car waiting to go on stage and whatnot. It was funny, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because unlike some, I got early opportunity. I was there, I was doing it, man. Fuck all that,
Exactly. I was going to say fuck it too.
I don't think it works that way for the younger generation now, though. I think they've missed that boat.
They have. I see so many people again doing reaction channels, and they're like, man, everything just, the music and just the whole, because of the videos they're watching of the good old days, where there's dance scenes and blah, blah, blah. And they're watching stuff on Soul Train or whatever they're watching on, the band's playing on. They're like, man, everything was cooler back in the 80s and what have you. It's like, well, it was. Everything about the way they did everything back then was just cooler. There just wasn't no fucking internet, and people actually lived back then, and it was cool.
You had to pay your dues and become good.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I miss that, dude. I miss that so much.
You had to sit around. Go ahead.
That's what's really missing from the heart and soul of rock and roll right now is paying your dues.
Nobody does it, man.
That's where you mature as a musician and come into your own, right?
And what I do is I check in on, back in Indiana, it's just kind of my thing, but I check in on the old bands and entertainers that were around when I was a kid. And those are the people that still have the gigs. The kids don't have the gigs. There are shitloads of places to play still back home. And it's the same old guys I played with, and all the other bands most of them are still in the same bands as they were in the 80s. Just who hasn't died, they're all still in the same band, and all having a great time. Again, experience and paid their dues. And again, like I said, nobody wants to hear the young fucks. They want the tried and the true gray-headed son bitches, and they every month or two they have to hold a vigil for somebody. But hey, one of the band members. But
you don't get songs like Freebird without
exactly
growing through it and paying your dues, man. You don't.
Right. This is true. This is very true. And you don't get to bang your step aunt. Put it this way. I had she wasn't even really my stepmother. She was my stepdad's ex-wife. And then her sister was just hot as fuck. And anyway, she showed up at a gig, and I was still underage. I was still underage.
Sure. I saw you looking around there to make sure the missus wasn't
who's
listening.
hearing you. Yeah.
And no, she knows. But just took that thing back and tore that shit up, or vice versa, whichever it was. It was beautiful perks. Let's see. I'll see if go ahead.
Well, James Sanders in the chat says, "Hey Dawson's, you sound a lot like Howard Stern. It's kind of blowing my mind here." I get that from time to time, but like Duncan Scott here, do you guys really hear that, or is it just maybe the mic being set up properly and stuff?
No, you obviously sound great and sexy, and Howard Stern. You're just not quite as much of a cunt.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm Canadian. I'm sorry to say.
No, to be fair, as Canadians go, you're about as big a cunt as they get.
Damn right.
But, you're on top level. Just not stern cuntness.
I have to bring this down here. And
oh, you could really do Devil Went Down to Georgia right there, the way you did that. Part 3. Let's do it right now.
Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was way behind and looking to make a deal.
I love it. What a classic track that is, right? Wow.
Not bad for a white guy. We were just talking about Charlie Daniels band just a minute ago. We were talking about bands, and if you think it's cool or not for them to use the word band in their band name. We were talking like, ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles band. Welcome the Kiss band.
I get this. I get this argument because
Do you?
It only works when you put like, your own
name?
personal name to it. And then why aren't you just Charlie Daniels?
There she is. Right.
Right. You're
Exactly.
not really giving me the vibe of it being like a group effort. You haven't sold that. So why bother?
Well, you've got to have the Glenn Miller band. It couldn't just be Glenn Miller because it would just be him with a little stick at the front and it'd be quiet.
But he had a really big shoe.
And he was crap at flying, apparently.
Yes, he was.
Yes, I guess some things just can't be avoided.
That's too funny. I was talking to the folks about a little cheat sheet I had, and let's see how much of this you agree with, Sir Dick and Duncan. I'll just finish up what I was on. After the whole band thing, again, you don't have, ladies and gentlemen, the Cheap Trick band. It's like, it just don't.
Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, the Ozzy Osbourne band?
I know. It's just,
ladies and gentlemen, the Sex Pistols band.
There's just something cooler about a nice short, I'll say band name.
Yeah.
Nothing else that's short is very cool.
Yeah, but it does work in a way when you change it to the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Right? But project was overused in that certain era of the 80s to mean I'm a producer who's made great records, so now I'm going to do my thing. Right?
Right. Everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Sanders in the chat, the Guns N' Roses band, right?
Yeah. It just, I don't know, it don't go. Mainly in country, I think, is where people screw it up. And again, it is what I had talked about before you came in, the bands that are playing the lower level animal clubs, the Eagles, the Elks, the Moose Lodges, the VFW things, and everybody just names it after
though,
the Grey Goose Band, whatever the fuck.
But Scott, there is something to that, because if you go back to older country in America, pre the explosion of Mutt Lange's country, right?
Right.
You do have the tradition of the Grand Ole Opry and stuff. So having like DKG said there, the Glenn Miller band on or whatever, that's there is a tradition there to say that the word band in the group does work quite often.
True.
Well, you can't have a house band without saying band at the end of it. It's the house.
It's the house.
Right?
Oh, there's a perfect name. The house band.
We are
the house band.
Yeah, we even had what's his name? The Canadian and the world's most dangerous band for
Yeah. True. You had who was that? David Letterman had.
God damn it! I can't get his name out. It's driving me crazy. Paul Schaefer. Paul Schaefer
in the world, yeah, with Letterman, yep. Yep, exactly.
And for those that don't know, he's one of the honey drippers with
what?
Paul Schaefer's one of the honey drippers with what's his name from Led Zeppelin there, Robert Plant.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's astonishing. I didn't know he was.
Yeah. He's not just the talk show guy. It turns out that he's been there and done that too. It blew me away to find out as well.
Well, he was on Spinal Tap.
There you go. Right. Hey, and if it's good
what
enough
other
for
credentials?
Squiggy, it's good enough for me.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned Spinal Tap. We had a question earlier, and I said I will bring it up. It was Delta 4121. I'm trying to scroll back and find the question, but his question was basically, Scott, have you ever had a Spinal Tap moment?
Oh, good Lord.
Have you been caught in the fiberglass shell as you're trying to get out, or have you had the Stonehenge come down that's only like 1 foot tall? have you had a Spinal Tap moment in your career?
I've had people set themselves on fire on stage, if that counts, on accident.
Well, only the drummers.
Would that be a Spinal Tap? Yeah, drummers.
Yeah. No, if you set themselves on fire, yeah.
No, playing small clubs and actually setting. That's
Well,
kind of a great white moment, isn't it?
Well, come on then.
Was that Great White? Who the hell was it that burnt down the whole goddamn place and killed half the band? And
you need to tell the story now.
Smoke on the water. No, it was actually trying to build our own flash pots.
Oh,
yeah. Because I mean, there wasn't no such thing as what we have today.
Yeah,
So
we did some of that shit too, and we
had to make your own.
Yeah, we almost fucked up a couple of times too, buddy.
Yeah, that was Great White. They're affirming that. Real quick, somebody mentioned Greenfield, Indiana has opened up a new music venue. I read about that one. And everything back home is still going strong. I haven't been able to buy a gig out here in Las Vegas, the capital or the music capital of the world. Haven't been able to buy a gig in 20 years. How's that?
Wow.
Let's see. You guys go ahead. I'm sitting here reading some of these. Somebody.
Yeah. It sounds,
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Now that's the way to do it.
Yes.
If you're going to do the band,
Agreed.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts,
yeah.
or what have you.
Yeah,
that's
Cliff Richard, the Shadows.
Yeah, that's a better way to go around about it, I think.
We all do have to agree, though. There was one time it worked, and it was the band.
The band.
Right? I mean, all hail Robbie Robertson. Love that guy.
Most definitely. Oh, I want to remind people off my little list here. If you are in one of these bands that's playing these little shitholes that we old people like to play or are just forced into playing because that's what we do, just so you can have your wife on stage with you, make sure she actually plays something that actually contributes to the band instead of putting her on stage and her being her fat self and just giving her a tambourine and giving her a full cut.
Yeah. We've already had Yoko Ono. For the love of God, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. See, that's a Spinal Tap moment.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that with What's Her Head, didn't they?
Yeah.
With David St. Hubbins' girlfriend, put her on stage, and she did no background vocals, not jack shit. She just stood on stage and played.
Oh, but she designed the costumes and sorted out their chakras and
dressed the band up like animals and.
Oh God!
Oh, here you go. Somebody said the Dr. Groovy Band. Me and Dick can start a band. We could call it the Groovy Dick Band.
I think
we could eliminate the band part and just put "Welcome the Groovy Dick."
Just call it Dripping Jizz.
Yeah,
Dripping
there's
Jizz.
a lot of people that need that in their life.
That's right. Hi, folks. We are Anal spew.
Yeah, so there you go. Delta 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Yeah, Linda McCartney.
Yeah. For the love of God, leave your girlfriend home now and then. She doesn't have to come to work every day.
Yeah, it's like with
she was all right till her leg
she's-
fell off. Oh no, that was that was the other one.
Then she changed her name to Eileen. At least Ed's wife, she actually plays bass. You know, it's like at least she's a member, an actual contributing member. But it's like nobody. I know guys like me can get away with being fat and being on stage. You know, you see Crosby and all the other guys and all the aging '80s bands, and we're all huge. You got Axl Rose, you got Vince Neil. Everybody's just fucking pigs. But they're still gigging. But for some reason, nobody wants to see Mama Cass at all. But just somebody of that size on stage with the tambourine and not contributing anything else other than taking up half the spotlight.
We took Meatloaf at face value from day one. That says it all, right?
Yeah, I was going to mention Meatloaf. People used to give me "You look like Meatloaf, dude," all the time before I grew all this.
Yeah. You got to go all, Billy Gibbons,
Black.
Right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were on stream with Jack Black. Fuck.
Well,
it's not Jack Black. Oh man,
Grandpa.
I used to get the Jack Black thing and the Neil Young at a young age type of stuff all thrown around too. If you could have seen me back in the day.
Well, we've seen the pictures of you back in the day when you got no fucking.
When I was naked,
on, so.
I was all naked.
Back in the days when you couldn't afford clothes.
Gary Graves says that make sure you get the tambourine player. Make sure to get her triangle as well.
He also
percussion.
He also says, "Why would I want my wife on stage? It's the only place I can get away from her."
Yeah, so true. That'd be a weird one.
And she's only there to make sure you don't pick anybody up.
I know. Yeah, she's 18.
Yeah. What a real downer.
Oh, that was G.W. Taylor. Sorry, I fucked that up. Oops. No.
Well,
shame
what the hell
on
did
you,
you do
Dick.
that for?
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne saved Ozzy's career with Randy Rhoads, of course. Let's see. Now Sharon is trying to kill him by having him keep touring. He's got fucking AIDS or something, don't he? No, he has COVID.
He's, at this point, I mean, we're looking at him the same way we're looking at some of the Rolling Stones. It's like, how can you guys even be alive?
I know. And who thought, well, I can't say who thought Charlie Watts would go before everybody else, but then again, it's like.
But he was older. He was the oldest member of the band since day one, right?
The thing is, what's funny is when you got people like the Rolling Stones, you got Mick Jagger being dragged out, and he's up on stage going, "I can't get no satisfaction."
And he's still doing the same dance and still doing the turkey chicken dance or whatever. His sea monkey dance.
You can't even get it up. Never mind get any satisfaction.
Well, nowadays he has to reach between his legs and pump up his balls to make his cock hard before he can get any satisfaction, right? I mean, is it even worth it?
Not unless Keith plays the role of the fluffer. I mean, who the hell expected Keith to last this long?
I know.
I mean, that guy's been smoking, 8 packs a day.
Yeah.
For who knows how long.
I thought I was going to outlive him. At this point, I'm not sure.
Delta 4 says, just like Queen, they need to retire also. Well, Queen died with Freddie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
the
I'm sorry.
they have picked up the name, the what the hell is Adam's last name?
What Adam's family?
The guy that took Freddie's place.
Oh God, I can't remember his name. Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert. There it is. Yeah, it should just be called the Adam Lambert Band.
Yeah,
it's the exact same as when Journey did that thing where they replaced
with the guy
what's his name,
Steve
right?
Perry, yeah.
Yeah, and they had a guy that sounded just like him, but
he's still there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not Steve Perry. I mean, it's
the guy's name's like Well Hung Low or something like that. He's from one of them third world places. Who was that? Was that Dunk?
I don't know. Was it in tune? If it was, it wasn't me.
I don't know. Let me grab my tuner. Sing again. Too funny. I'm reading too. Yeah, they're agreeing with you. No Queen without those guys. We should go through here and just do a whole thing against any bands that should just hang it up.
Wow, that's going to be a long list.
That'd be a very long list. Jeff said he saw Ozzy 3 to 4 years ago and he could hardly stand. Well, he hasn't been able to stand for decades. Raw.
See, the thing is, a lot of these old bands have already hung it up. They hung it up as soon as they stopped creating albums, and they just do new tours, just playing all the old songs, which probably half of them don't even want to fucking play anymore because they played them for 50 years, so they're fucking bored of them. That's when a band hangs it up, when they stop going into the studio. Surely.
Oh, we got Delta 4 coming back in said at least David Lee Roth knew it was time to quit. He's back.
Oh, he never knew it was time to quit. The industry told him and he refused.
He's got a new gig. Yeah, that didn't take long.
His shtick in the 80s, his whole persona and whatnot in Ernie Van Halen was everything the 80s was about. It worked amazing. But his singing style was very raw and untrained, and you can hear it when he's live, right? Like in the studio, there must have been some tracks. You know what I mean?
Certainly.
Yeah, and but the end result was, even live with the being a little off here and there and stuff and whatnot, it was so energetic and powerful that people loved it, right? Because Van Halen just as a crew were deadly. Right?
Oh, certainly.
But when he separated, he only survived a couple albums and then it all fell apart. Whereas Van Halen with Sammy Hagar continued on, no problem, until Eddie Van Halen imploded the band, getting rid of Michael Anthony and stuff. Right?
That was horrid. Yeah. Yeah, but they were just as hell. Hagar just outsang Dave, by a million times.
Oh, he was so good live. Yeah. Oh my God, Scott. Van Halen with Sammy Hagar live is some of the best live rock and roll you will ever see.
Oh,
they
definitely.
are so tight, so good. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah, and Hagar was so smooth to go ahead and take Michael Anthony with him. It's the best thing he could have done for, I guess, probably both of them.
It was the first time that Michael Anthony had somebody really skilled to play off of live, and they could do it. My God, even the first tour, you could hear that there was everything that band was meant to be, except it was a little bit keyboardy because of the era and stuff. Sure. But it was still amazing.
Oh, of course, yeah. There was nothing bad about that form, the Van Hagar. That's.
I hate that. Amazing. I don't do that. I won't do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
Dave, he had a very limited range,
hugely.
except for that big scream thing he always
That
did.
little wow, that
Yeah.
falsetto thing he went into. Yeah.
He couldn't do. I mean, he
But
would
that's
do
what
that all the
killed
time
him.
in place of singing well or any high notes. You know, he just throw that in place of words.
Well, if you go back to early Van Halen with David Lee Roth, in the era, it's awesome. We were all loving it and digging it. They were so cool. But you listen to it now and you realize that so many of the songs have no depth to the lyric whatsoever. There's nothing there.
Right.
It's literally just words so that David can go, look at how cool I am. Right? It really is.
Yeah. You would see them live and he would miss 50% of the lyrics.
Oh, I know.
He's just off doing something else and just letting Michael Anthony and Eddie, as much as he could, cover.
Yeah. Anytime when you see them live, anytime there's backup vocals, you can pretty much guarantee that Roth is doing something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's just off prancing, looking for his next meal for the night. But
yeah. But again, having said that, when you were there live, it was so cool at the time. It was unbelievably raw rock and roll, and it was amazing, right?
Right. RJC down here said David Lee was 100% charisma and 0% raw talent.
Yeah, yeah. He was the consummate frontman that could just barely hold it together as a vocalist, right?
That's it perfectly, yeah. Very much so.
And Delta 4, no, hang on, where is it? No, Gary Graves. Gary Graves asked, controversial question. Who's a better frontman, Freddie Mercury or Robert Plant?
Oh, wow. I have to say Freddie.
I'd have to go Freddie too. At that right moment, Freddie was a great front man. So say like the Live Aid gig, he was like the
I was just going to say, all you have to do is watch Live Aid. It's Freddie.
Yeah. But I don't think Freddie was always that good. He managed to find his place eventually, and he was really good. Robert Plant, I don't know about that.
Well, Robert Plant always had it, and as soon as they went arena, he was larger than life, right? So that's a good point, DK. That's a good point.
Was he playing the crowd? Like Freddie, because that's the thing that Freddie did, was he made the crowd feel part of the band.
Right. Yeah, Freddie died right at the wrong time.
Totally.
I mean, he could have for the next 10 years or so have just been just massive.
I know.
Well, I don't know. They could have been shit.
No, but they had just come out of being a UK Europe-y band and really exploded on the world scene.
Worldwide, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's a lot of Queen tunes that I know now because I'm a classic rocker that I did not know growing up because they didn't exist over here, man.
Yeah. It didn't.
Yeah. And I was never into Queen. I was never into Queen in my early days, and I was into stuff like the 80s, like Simple Minds and U2. And at university, I had a guy next door to me. We used to call Mark Honori because everything was a fucking story from him. But he would play Queen. It was the only thing he ever played. Yeah, we just wore Queen t-shirts every single fucking day. It was Queen. And of course, that was in the days that nobody knew that Freddie was gay. So it's like, well, maybe he wouldn't be quite so, Anyway, so he was really into Queen. I was really into Simple Minds. We didn't mix. But yeah, Queen came to me at a later stage in life.
Oh,
but the thing is with Queen is their backlog, their catalog of music is so huge.
Yeah,
not all of it's good.
No,
there's a lot of shit.
If I was to compare the back catalog, Zeppelin's got that one in the bag. I do want to point out, guys, there was a great comment from Lonesome Dove. Who's the better drummer singer, Phil Collins or Don Henley?
Ugh. Man,
that's a good one. I go for Henley. I think over Prince? Don Henley's career. I think over Don Henley's career, he held more credibility as an artist, whereas I think Phil Collins was a little bit more of a, I seem to have a pen for FM radio. I'm going to go for it.
That's exactly correct. Yeah, and he went for it and he got it, for that MTV thing. I don't know how people said, okay, I'm going to watch this bald guy and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to do so. But, like you said, he just put out a string of flipping hits, one after another. But there's like 2 or 3 that have held on after all these years. Yeah. Everybody turns the radio wide open when that drum fill comes in. And isn't it amazing that it's called a Phil and his name's Phil? And
oh dear.
You had said something earlier that, I'm sorry, tickled the shit out of me, DK. You said that you're talking about Freddie Mercury and his backlog.
Yeah, back catalog, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Freddie had quite a lot of a big backlog.
That's too funny, man.
Freddie's backlog is it's like, wow.
I tell you, the thing about Freddie is he found that community of people and just went full blast, ran into it headlong.
Yeah,
take me anyway.
Yeah, the backlog was.
You got to admire the fact how much he loved life at that point in his career, no matter how sordid and wrong people might think it was.
I do want to report that the backlog was taken care of with a good plunger, so all is well.
I think James Sanders gets it right when you're talking about Henley and stuff, but he just says he could just never get into Phil Collins. I guess that's true. I couldn't get into the guy.
Kind of
he had a couple of songs when he first went solo that were not bad, but he went for that FM radio fucking soccer mom in a minivan thing as fast as he felt the money, and I just can't respect that,
Yeah, and when Henley's had it for so goddamn long.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
and put out quality stuff. It's like. You don't hear the kid. You hear the kid still singing the old Eagle stuff. You don't hear him running around going studio.
Exactly, right. And Don Henley, when he went solo, he did like Dirty Laundry, calling people out and stuff. Right. It still had, it still was everything the guy was about through his whole career. Right.
I still played everything that he put out. And, what's that?
I was going to say, if only Phil Collins was here to give us a super chat to tell us we're all wrong. Because he could fucking afford it.
I know. He could afford one of my guitars. Maybe he'd buy my pink paisley one. I saw Phil Collins a couple days ago.
Dick will buy it. Dick will buy it off you. He's loaded.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because, that screams my personality.
Just say yes. I'll buy it. No,
something
price.
Big and pink. Yeah, we'll tell you the price later.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make DK pay for it, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, bollocks.
What'd you say about balls and licking or something?
Ball. He does a lot of that.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I heard it right.
Yeah, you got to get ahead in my game. That's how you do it.
Oh, the day you get ahead. The day you get ahead in my game is the day I get too drunk, buddy. Jesus.
Okay, Dick, if you would, can you read RJC's comment?
Yeah, the best thing Phil Collins ever did was play drums for Black Sabbath at 1985 Live Aid.
Now, have
well
you heard
said.
of that?
Yes, unbelievable. And
Really?
It's amazing how bad he fucked it up trying to play for Zeppelin at that reunion thing after. Oh my God.
But he did a good job with
Sabbath? Yeah, he
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he stepped in and he played the songs exactly like they were supposed to be played. It was fucking badass.
Wow. I did not know this.
Yeah, it's one of those things worth looking up and listening to, Scott. It really is. It really is.
Well, I guess I'll have to watch it. And that's so weird to just be able to say these days. I'll just have to watch it. I'll just have to go watch it.
Guys
watch
like us
here on this little fancy box I have in front of me.
But guys like us aren't used to being surprised like that either.
Oh, I know. It's just like, God, all this shit happened, and little did I know. I'm still reading about, somebody else is talking about Mercury's backlog.
yeah, that was a funny comment.
They're still not over it yet.
Some jokes have legs.
Okay, we got same guy RJC was asking, see if you know who Alison Krauss is. Talk about when Robert Plant his solo material with her.
Yeah. I'm not overly familiar, but a bit. I have heard once. But I was a big fan of Robert Plant's solo when he did Heaven Knows and Ship of Fools. I was really into that. I thought that was great stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I heard all the stuff with Alison Krauss. So I was always there because I like her band. It's called Union Station, and not the Union Station band.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, just amazing bluegrass stuff. And she's not fat. She don't play a tambourine, and she actually plays fiddle and sings great. So
I actually I remember hearing it now that you've said this. Now I remember it more vividly. And she kind of reminded me of a Canadian girl that plays fiddle, Natalie McMaster, and she's badass.
Don't know her.
Oh, Scott, look her up. Natalie McMaster. Look up the song Catharsis. It's got the 80s feel to the drums and stuff, right? And it'll be a good intro to the song for you so that you can get into her other stuff after. She is a serious talent on a fiddle. Wow, cool.
And which tune is it again?
It's called Catharsis.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna spell this before the.
I like how
before the stream's over.
I like how Scott works out his next YouTube links. He writes them down.
That's what I do.
It's small U, big X, J 97277 X.
But for people like us, it's more tangible and real. Like if I try to type it out into I won't even remember to open Notepad or whatever and make the text document. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seriously.
If I don't have it here, I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah, give me a Palm Pilot and I might remember, but fuck.
I shouldn't laugh because I've got post-it notes and I just write stuff on the post-it notes.
I had a Palm Pilot last night, slept like a baby.
Yeah, see, so Scott's going to retitle this stream to Grumpy Old Men Bitching About Shit They Don't Understand. There you go.
What are you talking about? That's every fucking week. What are you talking about? You don't see these streams.
We ought to do that. Invite a whole nother side of just young motherfuckers to come in and bitch against us.
We don't know any. We don't know
speaking of streams, though, DK, Scott, we got a thing coming up over on our channel, The Shills, and we're going to be doing a tech live stream based on early tech and how it grows, like early computers, early, tech in general.
Which day are you going to do that one?
we're only just starting to figure it out. But what I'd like to do is add you to our Discord so you could be in the planning room and join us for the show.
That'd be cool.
That's Discord. Don't talk. You're gonna lose them on Discord.
No,
we should have.
But that's my
anyway.
That's my Trojan horse, though, Discord, because he needs a Discord for a green room right now. I can't even chat in the background. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I wear Trojans that would fit a horse. A Shetland pony, maybe, but.
Look, Dick, you can chat in the background. It's just on a piece of A4 paper. You just got to write it down.
Yeah. I have a scanner and a fax.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate to keep hitting the same guy down here, but he always comes up with some stuff. That's Delta 4 again. And
Hendrix.
Delta 4. Yeah, Hendrix.
Oh,
let me bring that up.
Okay. Hendrix overrated only with a modern perspective, not if you listen to him in time. Right? The other one is Ron WS 2007. How do we get certification as a guitar slinger? That's easy. You slut your talents and you go get paid as a guitarist and fucking work as a musician. That's a guitar slinger. Right?
Wait. Doesn't he mean when you like swing your guitar around your back? Isn't that what he means by guitar slinger?
No, that's a poser from the 80s, but good choice.
And I love it when those straps just bail and the fucking guitar just goes out all over the place. Strap locks, kid. Strap locks.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Groovy, do you remember when strap locks came in and started to be a thing? They were just a godsend, weren't they? Oh my God.
I was using washers.
Me too.
Beforehand, just screwing them right into the guitar.
Yeah.
It's like my strap's going to stay on there forever, and I just put a washer there and screwed it in. And
yeah, exactly.
Well, it's kind of like Eddie Van Halen and his dog collar fucking thing, and he had 2 eye bolts in there. And
that's right. Yeah, he wasn't fucking around, man. He was just not having it. Yeah.
And he used it till the day he died, man. It's like, and Wolfie's doing it too.
Oh, Scott, we got to give a shout out to GW Taylor in the chat. Richie Blackmore leaves them both in his wake. There is something to be said about that. Richie Blackmore is one of my greatest guitar heroes of all time. That man can do things on a guitar that other people could only dream of. Well, there's a couple that keep up, but oh my God, is he good? Holy fuck.
And nobody knows. He is not a household name.
I know. All you have to do is listen to
he's a guitar player name, that folks our age know. But I mean, if you mention Eddie Van Halen, I mean, everybody knows. If you mention Gene Simmons, everybody knows who it is.
Oh, see, and that's criminal, because if people don't know Blackmore over Gene Simmons, for the love of God,
Who?
I mean, meet me in the ladies' room just does not compare to Highway Star.
Oh man, those are some great lyrics and Meet Me in the Ladies' Room.
What are you doing in the ladies' room?
It is. Yeah. I will say, if you listen to Kiss as a blues rock band and not a heavy metal band, the way they portrayed themselves with the image, they're actually a good band, aren't they, Scott?
Certain. Yeah.
And Ace Frehley is one of the better guitar players of the genre, because he always played the melody and played the song. He never showed off. It was always about enhancing what the band could do. That's what you do.
Yeah, it was a shame to see everything have to go down the way it did.
I know.
As far as that. And then all of a sudden, of course, times changed, everything else changed, and members changed, but I don't know how he would have held up.
Hairstyles change.
Yeah, I don't know how Ace would have held up in the 80s.
He wouldn't have. The whole band wouldn't have. They
Right.
fell apart and had to unmask and reinvent themselves, right?
Yeah,
And
right there on
Ace
MTV.
being a bit of a waste case and stuff would have got lost in the shuffle. Just like, I mean, Vince Neil killed a man drunk driving, for God's sakes, and
Yeah.
everything's fine. Like
Ace would've
the
done it
80s
too.
were a different day,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, Ace
I've got
one. Go ahead.
I've got to pause you. I've got to pause you, Dick, because you're having way too much fun. And one thing this channel is not about is having fun.
We're about sea monkeys.
It seems. Don't go down the sea monkeys. I might say something I might regret. No,
Seaman monkeys.
So Scott was before you turned up, Dick. Scott was going down his list of all the things that Ed Dana does wrong on stage. Have you got any more things on that list we've got to get out? Because we did no fluorescent cables, no white power bricks with switches on them. What else?
Yeah, I was going to go with just as far as the local bands and you guys that are doing just because I've done it for so long, and I'm sure everybody will agree. But those of you who don't understand, then here we go. If you're using, and you should be, lighting of any sort, 90% of your lighting that you hang up should be in the back of you instead of in front. Your main thing, of course, is to light the band. So you're going to need lighting up front, which is why they make things like spotlights. And you're like, I can't use spotlights for my band. I'm not saying that. Get at least one white light on each individual or using a skin tone light. But it's called a light show because the lighting is actually a flipping show these days. That's what it is. Even if you have a basic lighting system, if it's on during the daytime, all the concerts you go to, and you're like, I know I'm not doing a concert. There's 5 people out there. It's like, it's still part of the whole thing. Put on a goddamn show.
That's a question. Is it dicky to have all the fucking lasers and all the all the gadgets, or does that just detract
and the fog machines and all that?
Yeah. Does that detract from you just being a decent band?
It's what's expected now. It really is. It's what's expected.
I'll agree. What I'll say, Scott, there is a good band in the modern day. If you've got your shit together, your songwriting's good, your rehearsal is good, you're really nailing it and bringing it forward. What you need is the outside person that's kind of like a producer in the studio to help with the visualization and make sure that they're watching the audience and making sure that your interactions are working and stuff. Like, that's what it takes now. You've got to be on it, man.
Yeah, it's very basic artist development stuff. And it's just sad for people to see people who just refuse to change or refuse to put so little money into it, because lighting these days is
it's so cheap.
Cheap.
It's so cheap compared to what it was 30 years ago, right, dude?
You used to have to hang up big PAR 64 cans that were 1,000 watts each and
fry
your face. Now you got LEDs that put out zero heat.
Tenner.
Scott,
if you just bought 8 of those in the back and turn them on automatic sound and just let them flash, it's something, and it's way more exciting than you standing in the dark all of a sudden. It was light. It was light 2 hours ago when you started, but it's going to be dark for 2 hours, and you're going to be standing in the dark.
That's right.
It's like there's no excuse for that.
No. And even if it's a rental fee, it will come back to you.
Of course. It's something different than what the grandpas are doing. It's like,
no, come on, these things are so cheap now.
You went the extra mile, and that mile wasn't much. It's 10 feet away.
Yeah,
to put up the lights. It's like it don't take any time.
DK will tell you over on our other channel, The Shills, I live and breathe this motto, right? We always go the extra mile because it's worth it, man.
I thought your slogan was, we're cheap as chips.
Yeah, no, but we do it that way too, but we put in a lot of effort to make like sets and layouts and all kinds of shit and whatnot, right?
Yeah,
because why not?
Yeah,
it
we
don't
try.
take much to, it don't take a whole bunch to make just a huge impact with such little that actually has to go into it, in the grand scheme of things. And once you have it, and it's in place, then it's there. It's, it's like, it's no different with bands. Once you have it in place and, okay, the lights take a whole 10 minutes to set up. Wow. Yeah. What a pain in the ass that is now.
My question was, what do you think about the people who use all the bells and whistles, all the lasers, all the smoke machines, and not fucking bother to practice?
Fuck them.
Because somehow that part of the show they think is the show, but
no, content is king. Fuck that.
The one thing that stands out is the old, you can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you can. I have done that.
But DK, you have won an Emmy award for polishing shitty video, but in audio, a horrible track is a horrible track. There's not a lot you can do with it. And even going back to our conversation before with Van Halen, you can hear when David Lee Roth is straining and barely hitting the fucking note. And that took 5 or 6 tries easy to get there, right?
We've got Delta 4 again talking about Ed Sheeran when it's just him, when he does the shows where it's just him and his major looper thing.
Sorry,
I saw him right when he got signed. What's that?
I've been neglecting the chat and bringing them up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's all right. I'm just catching a couple things. I saw Ed Sheeran just right after he got signed, and he had just basically a regular looper. Now he's got the looper that is actually the biggest pedal board ever made. He can actually stand with both feet on top of every single pedal that he has to push. He had a big thing custom made for him, so it's like literally like that. He could actually stand in the middle of his pedal board to turn each thing on and off, and it's quite amazing. But
I don't, Scott, I don't quite understand that in the modern day, because with a guy like him, his show is so scripted. They know every song, everything they're going to do. He only really needs one button to just simply advance the parameter to the next fucking preset every time.
I know.
Really?
Yeah. 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 It's hard to believe he's doing it the way he's doing it.
I love it.
It's all on a stream deck.
Yeah, I love it though, because he's doing it so that he can fucking do it on the fly and fuck around, right?
He can change everything, bring it back in when he wants to. It's just fucking crazy. I don't know how. I'm not in that camp that I know how to run all that gear, so it's just beyond me, and I just laugh every time I look at it because it's that interesting.
Yeah, I like it because he's doing it. He's doing it the Geddy Lee from Rush way. He's doing it properly, not faking it. Right?
Exactly. Yes.
So we're running out of time. Any more things on your list that Ed Dana's doing wrong? Because we're doing a hate boner for Ed.
I'm not meaning to be bad with Ed.
Stroke one for Eddie. He's getting it right hard tonight.
Going on down the line real quick, I'll just kind of rattle them. Clean your fucking stage.
Oh, God.
After a week of being somewhere, if you're doing that thing, people just leave guitar cases out, the entire show, and they're just open and just laying there. It's like you arrive and you just open it, get your guitar out, and your case just lays wherever you dropped it. And it's still on stage.
And it's always sticky after.
Oh, yeah, major. I mean, there's just shit everywhere. Again, like, bags from where you just went to McDonald's and stuff. It's laying over there visible. And it just drives me nuts. Along with the same type of thing are people that I don't know how people have this hard of hearing, but the people that actually bring in monitor wedges and set them on top of milk crates.
Oh my God.
Drives me nuts. It's like they bring in milk crates, and the milk crates are what they carry their cables and stuff in. And once they dump that and empty all their cables out, they put the milk crate there, then they put a monitor on it. It's like I could see, but they put the monitor on stage on top of a milk crate. I could see if there's not enough room on the stage, but then skirt it, throw a black, skirting around it so it doesn't look like a milk crate. There's no reason for that. And, but some people put on stage and then put the monitor up there. It's like because it needs to be closer to their face. It's like there's a volume.
I don't understand any of that, Scott. Is the same, because if the venue has the right equipment, all you have to do is turn up the monitors and
just exactly that.
Right. And we all carry our own Shure SM58s to sing into live, because nobody wants to fucking lip lick somebody else's spit filled fucking nasty. Right.
Right.
So why is it a problem? Because it's always the same mic every time.
Yeah. And it's always the same person.
Right.
In the band. It's like, I've seen, sorry to rag on females again, but they're over there playing the keyboards and stuff. I mean, and there's a full monitor wedge on top of like a Fender Rhodes.
Yeah.
And it's sitting right on top, right in front of their face and pointing at them and, 6 inches away from their microphone.
Yeah.
And
to the point where if you turn stage left, you're going to feed into the right one and have a loop right away. Right. Come on.
And that came across to, where is it? There should be absolutely, if you did a sound check, which everybody definitely should.
Thank God, hopefully.
Or if you're there for the second night, there is zero reason why there should be any feedback ever throughout the night. There's just absolutely no reason for it. If everybody kept their shit the way it was during sound check, which nobody will.
I've played a few venues where the sound guy is constantly pushing volumes up and up all show and just can't simply understand that your job is done once it actually works. Yeah. Stop. Take your fucking hands off the controls and put them back on your dick, you stupid son of a bitch. But they keep pushing the volumes up and up on those damn sliders to the point where everything's squealing and it all sounds like fucking punished speaker coils.
Right.
Fuck, man.
If you're a good sound dude, you'll understand that if you're working with a quality band, they're going to take care of 95% of their solo volumes themselves.
I don't need help with my own dynamics because I already know better. Get the fuck out of my way. You know? Right.
Yeah, because the sound man doesn't create any dynamics at all. And if the band don't have their dynamics under control anyway.
Well, they shouldn't be in a real bar then.
They shouldn't be in a bar, yeah. That's exactly it.
Right? I mean, listen to old Van Halen again. Listen to Eddie pulling it down for the verse and bringing it up for the chorus and stuff. My God, he understood dynamics in rock and roll like so many guitar players right now need to understand.
And what a rhythm player.
Oh, he was so good. The way he would open the chord up and bring those higher strings in as the verse progressed towards the crescendo and stuff. He was so good at it, man.
Everybody looked over that so much. It's like, great lead thing, and he was the perfect man to come in after Hendrix. I mean, it was just natural. It had to be.
Yep.
It's like
Hendrix was another though. Hendrix was another dude. His control during the verse to bring it in and give it fucking dynamic and stuff was unbelievable. But modern FM compression dictates that's gone. There's no room.
Yep. So very true. Let's see. on the list, just to get these all done. With all the presets and all the crap that is available these days, there is absolutely no reason to look like a douche and be down on your pedal board knob twiddling between every single fucking song. It looks like shit. If you're like, well, I need 3 different delay pedals because I get, to change the time. It's like they make delay pedals with the tap. You tap in, the time, and you're good to go. Buy a real fucking delay pedal.
Scott, actually, you could use a trigger on your drummer's bass drum
to lock
put
that
that
right
click into it. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, with the drummers, I like to use, if you have a drummer with electronic drum kit, is to actually put a sustain pedal from a keyboard into the demo hole of their their drum brain back there, and actually just hit the demo during the middle of a slow song. Just reach over and hit the switch, and all of a sudden,
exactly. And you get that sound from hell, that huge,
and it's just going to fucking town, and you're just sitting there trying to
because it's so sonically big at that point, you can't help but have it affect your soul, right?
And you never see anybody with such a deer in the headlight looks when all of a sudden that son of a bitch takes off. And they can't figure out how to shut the son of a bitch down.
I love it.
Let's see. Again, with bass amps and bass cabinets, use a dolly. Again, don't put, unless you're going to put it on the back of the amp and the casters are actually still touching the ground when you set your bass amp down. But again, bass amps and subs have to come in contact with the ground. As soon as you get them off the ground, they lose all the fucking bottom end. It's just takes away completely from what they're there for. I keep just seeing so many people with their bass amps, and they put wheels on them, and I can't get any bottom end out of it. It's like, well, you just took physics completely out of the whole equation, and those old microphone stands that have the solid fucking steel base on them.
Oh yeah.
That pick up everything like this.
Yeah.
It's like, go get a tripod. Everything, they changed over the decades for a certain reason.
Scott, I'll give everybody a tip here. I went and got a tripod mic that is lighter than shit and not even strong enough to hold my Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone properly with a side boom, right? But what I've done is I've gotten 3 of those sandbaggy things you're supposed to wrap around your ankles. Yeah.
I use those for certain guitars that are neck heavy. I put it on the back of the guitar strap.
Yeah, but on the mic stand, they are actually now what's touching the ground. And as such, I could stamp my feet as if I'm playing double bass along air drumming right now, and it wouldn't even come through my microphone, right?
Exactly.
It's a great tip.
And you hear that all the time, people just walking across the stage, and it's boom, 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 boom. I think Duncan fell asleep with his finger on the money button. Oh, there it's off.
No, I was just typing something. Every time I type something, for some fucking reason, it goes, super chat. No, it's not. Shut up. Stop it. But while we're here, somebody could.
Yeah.
And I want to talk real quick to folks about wattage. You go out, and it didn't used to be this way. Whenever something said it was 200 watts, it meant it was 200 watts RMS. You could plan on if you had a 200 watt head and had a 200 watt cabinet, shit was going to be wonderful. Nowadays it's like everybody's using peak power rating. So you go to companies like Behringer, and they're like, okay, this powered PA head is 1,600 watts.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you get it home and you can't even compete with a drum kit in the room. And you're like, what's going on?
And people are thinking, and they'll tell you, I've got a 1,600 watt PA system. It's like, number one, that's nothing to brag about, even under the real power rating. Yeah. But what it is when it says program or peak, peak wattage, 1,600 watts, is you take that in half. So you go down to 800 watts, and that's your program power. Then you cut that in half again, which gives you 400 watts. That is your RMS rating, and that's what you want to go by. But since you are running solid state, 400 watts of tube power would blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
So you take that 400 watts, okay, that you've now determined is not 1,600 watts. It's actually 400 watts of solid state power. You just grab a 50 watt Marshall, turn it on 10, and see which one's more powerful. Your 400 watt PA, solid state PA, or your 50 watt tube.
Scott, back in the day.
Don't trust the wattage that's listed on any goddamn thing that has been invented in the past 15, 20 years. It's not correct.
Way back in the day, in the late 80s, maybe 90 or 91, I bought a Fender Stack amp, and it was a gray fuzz on the side.
That's the M80.
Yeah. And oh dear God, I couldn't even be heard against the drummer in our jam space. And we had hundreds of square feet. You know what I mean? Like we were in Vancouver at the time. We were down around Pigeon Park area, if you know where I'm talking about. If not, well, it doesn't matter, but and it was horrible. So I sold it on to a guy within a month and got myself a Mesa. And finally, it was like, thank you for mid-range crunch. Because, that fucking Fender setup, that M80, it sounded like it had that natural V, where all the mid-range is gone and it's all bottom and top. Yeah. And it was the worst. It couldn't cut through, even if I might have been loud enough, but you couldn't hear me anyway because it was all just whoosh and brrr.
All
it was
the frequencies
awful.
are gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
and there were no frequencies there to share with anybody. It was just naturally
It was one of the worst.
The smiley face.
Yes, it was one of the worst financial decisions I ever made. I must have ate about $600 or $700 at the time, and this was a long time ago, so that kind of mattered, right?
Right.
But what are you gonna do, man? You got to recover and move on.
True. And here's one that I can't stress enough for you guys out there, and that is because of ohm's sake, and because this is just sick and wrong. Never, ever, ever, ever was it intended to be this way. So don't do it this way. Do not plug your fucking monitors into the back of your PA. Oh, dear God. So many people do that. And they're like, well, that way I can hear what's coming out the front. Oh God, don't think that.
No. If you don't have the correct busing, monitoring is not your problem.
Exactly. Yes. So
if you have monitors for the singer in the front and they are not strong with the singer's own voice, what the fuck are they worth?
Right.
The singer can hear the drummer. The drummer is 7 feet behind them. What are you thinking?
Yeah. So everybody out there who is actually plugging your goddamn monitors into your PA cabinets, you've got a lot to learn, kids. I'm just throwing these out here quickly because the amount of time we have is minimal, but don't. Hey, Bronze Snake, what's happening, buddy?
Dude, I've even been in those situations where people have done that and the whole band is just fucked.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, I'd like to say to Bronze Snake, thank you for turning up. It's about fucking time. You will be adopted for a late arrival, and you'll be sent to the back of the class. But anyway,
hey, there's
thank you for
Billy
turning up.
Bob. Billy Bob sent out a little message. Says he likes tonight's T-shirt. He might have to get one of these. This is the best shirt out.
All hail Satan.
That's right. See. One more just little thing is when you're actually talking to the audience, don't do what I'm doing right now. And what that is having a shit type setup where I don't have like a lavalier or anything on. And that is when you're actually at the gig and you're talking, eat that sumbitch. Get right in there and make sure you're talking like this and everybody can understand what you're saying and have some intelligibility about what you're saying. Don't get over here and start talking like this and expect him to do it. And you're talking like this and you're trying to talk to the bass player over here and he's trying to have a conversation with you. Hey, what do you think about the crowd tonight there over there, Jeff? And you know, it's like
fellow babies, listen to the man. Oh my God, is that gold? Listen to the man.
Yeah, it's like singers or the front person is always really bad, and they'll go to like zero volume or stand this, 5 feet away from the microphone when they're trying to deliver a message. Whether it's just tip your bartenders and waitresses, it's like, don't just throw it out there and say it real quick.
The guy with the green Cadillac out the back. Can you move your car, please? Because it's blocking the...
Yeah. With the car out back with license plate number B698214839826140000HKY. Please move your car. Your license plate is blocking the driveway.
Yeah,
but Groovy
for you.
Yeah, Groovy. What you're saying is not wrong because you got to own that shit and work the crowd. They are yours. You don't.
If they can't hear a fucking word you're saying, you have to command them. They don't know what to do to have a good time unless you tell them.
That's right. That's how it goes, man. You are directing the party. You have to do it properly, man.
You have to do it just like a DJ would.
Also, Billy Bob has put a very, very important tip into the chat. Yeah, when talking to the audience, also turn off all the voice EQ. It turns the voice into a mess, and I can't hear you. Just
if you have all the reverb and delay and all that.
But it's not. But hold on.
Take it out the
hold
chain.
on. Hold on. It's not the EQ. It's the effects.
Right.
You got to run dry.
Yeah,
right.
That's kind of what you're saying. Otherwise, it will sound like this. Bing bong.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. So don't be a Vince Neil. Do it properly.
Yeah, even if you're running sound from stage, all the effects thing do have a way that you can mute them via a foot switch. And just turn it off so you can actually talk to people. They can understand what the fuck you're saying.
But a good sound person in a real club will know this.
You would think.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
Dick, you completely missed the point there. What Scott's saying is you would think.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, this is what he's observing that happens.
But it drives me nuts because I went to school for this stuff, and it should be second nature to anyone. Turn off the fucking glam when somebody's trying to talk. Turn it back on when they're singing, so they layer over top, and we can color their mistakes a bit with a little bit of fucking,
delay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like shit, man. Like seriously, stop trying to reinvent the wheel, you pricks. Fuck.
And also the people that just cover everything in reverb. It's just like, okay, we're going to have, ass loads on every single drum there is, and it's going to be on there for every single song. not just a
Oh.
little bit, just on the
What's wrong
slow
with
tunes and for
what's,
a nice
what's,
cross
what's
stick.
wrong with reverb? It makes everything sound better.
Yeah, and groovy, because every time somebody like Neil Peart steps up, what you want is heavily reverb drums,
Reverb
right?
everything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can have a slight effect when you're Phil Collins.
Yeah. As long as you don't break the quarter note rule, you're okay.
Exactly. And then every
you-
single singer. Oh, this is another one. While we're here, back to monitors real quick. Leave the fucking effects out of the monitors. A lot of people, especially chicks, they want tons of reverb on their vocals in their
That's
monitors.
fucked up. No.
And that will make you sing off key bigger.
That's
than
right.
Shit.
You'll follow the reverb instead of
Yes,
the
you
actual
will.
tone.
Yes,
That's
you will.
so wrong.
You'll be hearing that on the next words after the chords have changed. You're still trying to sing along with the reverb, and it's like you did not switch with the chord changes. And you're just pretty much fucked throughout the entire night.
That's right.
I saw a fantastic video. This musician comedian, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he writes songs in F, but he likes to sing in F sharp. F sharp.
Yeah, down here somebody says karaoke vibes. Exactly. Yeah, the KJs, the karaoke DJs, if you want to call them anything at all. They always leave all the little delay and the reverb and all that shit on all the time.
So I'm talking to Dick in the background because we can on Discord because you don't have it.
No, I don't.
See, that's why I say, buddy. Yeah, Scott, we got to set you up, dude. We got to do it. Yeah.
Don't confuse the man. It's hard enough to get him fucking on the stream. But we're suggesting that Dick might start taking over the after shows on the Shields channel because
cool.
Because Ed does it, but only if you can be bothered.
Slack ass yokel.
I'm
just kidding.
I think even if Dick isn't in the show that night, Dick would love to have after shows and chat with you guys.
Yes,
much longer. So look forward to that in the future.
I love this chat, Scott. Like you and I are birds of a feather, but we come from a different angle of music. But there's still such a fucking click to the attitude, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, can I just say something because I've been working. Okay.
Dude, I say that all the time. Get used to it, Scott.
Now, I've been working with Dick for like you said, quite a few years now, and
well, you got to put that away every now and then.
Let
it heal. You got to let it heal, man.
And we do the shows on the Shills, and by the way, that's the Shills, SHILSS. Oh, hang on, that's not right. But
double L, you dumb fuck.
Well, you go in the chat point. You can put the channel in the show.
That's right.
But yeah, we love having this shit over there. But to be honest with you, I've never seen Dick have so much fun, until he's talking with you.
Oh, it's a blast.
I love this show. I have so much fun doing this, dude. I just love this show.
Well,
it's so much better than just talking about shitty flat Earth and Bigfoot penises and the shit we talk about.
Dude, it actually happened. We had a show recently where a guy milked a Bigfoot penis to get the fucking semen. I shit you not.
No way.
It was last night, Dick.
Last night.
The man who was raped by a Bigfoot.
Yeah. It's Scott. It's some fucked up shit, but that's what I was saying, Scott. We want to do this tech show as well, and I really think you would fit into the mold, right? Because we're going from old school up, right? It's going to be some serious cool chats.
I'm all about it, man.
I think Scott and Ed would be a great addition to the pub chat as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring him in.
This guy says Sasquatch's daddy.
This man was raped by Bigfoot. I swear to God, I've never, my stomach was so sore from laughing. It almost killed me.
And what was his sore from?
Well, he enjoyed it.
Yeah. As he said, he took one for the team.
A little more about Freddie's backlog. My God. So that's basically what I had written down as far as just shit for common sake, for people doing just little band shit, stuff that you should definitely keep in mind. And again, a whole bunch of this stuff, or a little bit of this stuff, goes a really long way. Just clean up after your damn self, learn a couple things about monitors and your effects, when to shut them off, when to, hell, get closer to your mic than when you're singing, when you're actually addressing people. And again, do it clear, more clear if possible than when you're actually singing. Just get on there, be as intelligible as you can possibly be. And again, it really sucks when you are doing kind of like we're doing here, when you get like 3 people on stage all trying to talk to the audience at once. Now that blows dog. If you're thinking something's cool because you're talking to the bass player, it's not. It's just going to come out of the PA as a big wash of to your crowd. You're not podcasting when you're live on stage. Exactly. And chances are your PA, for whatever reason, is not going to be as clear as you think it is. And that's because you took a sound check when nobody was in there. Now there's people in your club, hopefully, but that did darken things up a little bit EQ wise. So now you were talking like this, and now it kind of sounds like this a little bit.
Good. So the thing is, we kind of tend to do the same thing when we're streaming on YouTube. We kind of like go, it doesn't matter. It's just fucking YouTube. Let's not try too hard.
Yeah, but we're podcasting right now.
Wait a minute. Do you think this a situation happens when people are playing in a bar and they're all drinking, they're not fucking listening? You're lucky if they're listening to the song, never mind to what you're saying. And so people just get lazy and they just go, "Oh, fuck it, I'm just in a bar."
A lot of people will. Shut up and play.
Yeah, I'm only being paid $50, so fuck it. Do you think a lot of that is down to that? I mean, because we're not talking about people who are playing at stadiums. Right. Because when they're playing, because those guys have it all fucking sorted. We're talking about people who are playing bars and clubs. Do you think they just can't be bothered?
It's just a matter of if they want to go up there naked or not. For the most part, I think it's just a matter of self-pride.
Yeah. To me, it's a matter of making an effort in the background to make sure you have control over the situation, no matter the venue.
I just generally feel better if I put forth, half a fucking bit of effort, to do something better than the last guy did. It's like, I just feel better about the whole goddamn thing. It's like, do it like I would like to see somebody else do it. It's like, look, they're trying. They're actually presenting something.
Respect me as a viewer the way I respect you as a performer.
Very much so. Well, instead of the little band over in the corner, it's like, wow, there's a show going on in the corner. Check that out.
Well, it's kind of like when I'm kind of like talking to Dick here, but it's like when I join your streams, I ask do I sound all right? Is it okay? Does I sound all right? And sometimes you think maybe people are just like setting up in a bar, just plugging their shit in, and quite frankly, they don't even know what they sound like, and they don't care.
Oh yeah, there's so much of that going on that's why I wanted to bring it up. Maybe help one person kind of rethink to put a little effort into it. Most everybody here won't give two fucks, and they're just talking to each other over on the side. And a lot of these people probably don't and won't ever play a gig. So a lot of this is going on deaf ears, but that's fine as long as somebody maybe watches it later and goes, oh, yeah, it makes sense. Then, real quick, as far as your subs, again, they can go anywhere. If you don't have enough power for your subs and you want some more boom on the dance floor, you can do what is called corner loading. And that's where you actually take the sub and actually put it in a corner and point the speaker towards the corner, and you'll get damn near twice as much boom and actual volume out of the son of a bitch if you just don't have the power amps or the amount of speaker cabinets you need to make that happen. It's a nice little trick. And the other one is to keep your top cabinets. Most people tend to use something if you use something with a 15 and a horn, that sucks ass, because 15s are not meant for vocal reproduction.
No, they're too big.
Yep, way too big. So go to a 12 or even hopefully 10s.
I'd go to 10s for vocals. Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
If you go with the array systems that are out, everybody's using all the shows at the arrays are a 10, and then a horn. Then another cabinet with a 10, and a horn. And just on up and on up. It's just all 10s. And the thing to do about that is to make sure that you have that cabinet or cabinets 7 feet off the ground or higher. That way you don't end up with this going on when you're trying to talk. You need
projection.
Really clear. Yeah, it'll be over everybody's head, and everybody will get good sound all the way to the back of the room. If you just, put some little thing on a pole and stick it 5 feet in the air, it does nobody any good once there's an audience.
No, that's great advice. That is great advice, because it really, you're talking about projecting the sound around the room. Can we at least try to do it properly?
Yes. And it doesn't take much. It's just knowing how to place your cabinets and where to stick, how high to stick them up. And again, if you have to corner load to get your bass out there, because
people are reflections, right?
Exactly. Yeah, very much so. Your stuff, actually, you can use the reflectiveness of the club itself to help you out. And sometimes it will just hurt you real bad. And you can fix that just by speaker placement alone.
Well,
are you guys in your little chat again?
No,
I know you are.
That was getting heavy. People.
I was getting a beer. Actually, I was out of my seat. I fucked that up because, Scott, as a host on the shills, DK will know this. I pride myself on, being able to anticipate those moments where something has to be said. And as I was out of my chair there for that moment, getting a beer, it literally affected me. I felt it. Right?
It's the thing is on the shills, it's always when you're getting a beer. It's like, shit, that's the moment when he's not there.
I know. It's not fair. I have the worst timing in the history of fucking podcast when it comes to getting up to succumb to my primal needs. Right?
It's either filling your stomach with a beer or getting rid of it. One or the
other. Now, it looks like G-Boy is the only person who has talked in the last hour and a half.
I think he's taken over the chat. I'm half expecting it to suddenly turn into a porn bot.
You know what? At this point, I would say we should do a crowdfund to get G-Boy a microphone to join the show.
He might
now
as well
and then.
Join.
Yep.
Up above with his stuff. We got Billy Bob Hammer asking me what was the biggest venue you ever played. Does it feel like god, like a god to hear your axe blasting through huge space.
I got one of those. Yep.
I've done a gig where there was about 1 million people, outdoor gig.
Dude.
And yeah, it was. Well, there was a couple of them for that particular week. It was a 3-day weekend thing, and had to play every day. And there were 3 different stages set up, so that when one band was done, the next one would start on the next stage. And it was downtown Indianapolis, and I mean the streets, just as far back as you could go, were just, I mean, packed, and just unbelievably so. And they would bring in about a dozen huge national artists, to take, the 8 o'clock show to do the big close up every night. But we'd be out there, and there was 4th of July weekend every year, and we'd be up there again with 1,000-watt power cans, all white, pointing on us and stuff. And at like 2-3 in the afternoon, and there were people out there swallowing their tongues and all this kind of shit, because it was so fucking hot. And we're on stage, I mean, just having to towel dry like 2-3 times per song, because you couldn't see because of the sweat in your fucking eyes. But yeah, the sound was ungodly, and you almost couldn't hear what the hell was going on, except for when you would come back from your little perch out front trying to listen to the sound and try to sound like a god out there. You come back in, they had what everybody used back then, what was called side fills, which was basically a whole nother sound system on each side of you. And those were way, way louder than your amps ever were. So yeah, it sounded like I had like 10 Marshalls over there. I'd be playing through a little PV or something, and then side fills just making your ears bleed, and it was a beautiful thing.
So you got Phil Collins either side.
Yes, that's exactly it. It was like I said, trying to make it bleed, just like the Bigfoot's penis.
I can feel it coming in my hand tonight. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Freddie Mercury, but never mind. All right, okay. So someone, Scott. Did you ever get to my woodworker question? We were talking about this pre-show, Scott. There's a famous woodworker named Scott Grove. I always thought it was.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is another woodworker, and he's got my name, and he actually asked me if I would change my name.
Wow, really?
Another guy named Scott Grove, who's in his circle, I guess, a well-known woodworker. And of course, everybody gets a hold of me via my woodworker email address thing. Yeah. And because I do the not working on my own wood, but build stuff, Southwestern.
Yeah, this isn't paid. Yeah, this isn't OnlyFans. We're talking about real email addresses here.
Exactly. Yeah, those still exist somewhere. I've got one on AOL of all things, and I think we had mentioned that once. It's like they still got that. And
well, you changed your name to Shirley Temple, but that didn't work out too well for you.
I was a huge Shirley Temple fan, actually. Well, my mom's name was Shirley, and she looked like her, so I know that means nothing to anybody, but there was always animal crackers in my soup. Nobody's going to get that out there, but
I do.
Let's see. I'm trying to read. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it says there is a famous woodworker. Always thought it was you. You mentioned that, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what we just brought up.
It says fireworks here are going off. It's a day early. Where the fuck are you from? G-boy, where you at?
Oh yeah, you got some kind of like fake party tomorrow, haven't you? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, America. Oh, aren't we so great?
Yeah, we celebrate everything. Let me tell you.
Well, you know, with Roe versus Wade, there should be a lot of celebrating in America, but not of the good kind. Wow.
Yeah, we'll be launching certain things up into the sky tomorrow night.
We had a show over on the Shills about Roe versus Wade tonight, and that was a very heated discussion, let me tell you.
Don't doubt that.
Wow. We tried to keep it as cool as we could and not, you know, inflame opinions and stuff and just talk about facts. And the viewers were amazing. They really played ball well, but it was so close to fucking hellfire, you know?
I'll have to check that out.
You got to, Duncan, you got to check out G-Boy there, right? When he starts up again under Allen. Talking about a celebration. Says,
come on,
revolution against the British throne. No. You think is if you miss the point. Yeah, we just let you win.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we were too busy in France fighting a fucking dictator, and we had like one ship that went over to America to try to sort you guys out. Yeah,
are you kidding? After the Falklands, it was all downhill for the empire. Come on.
And we got Billy Bob for you.
Oh, we kept the Falklands. Fuck you, Argentina.
Oh dear God, it's coming now. Oh shit.
Did you check out Billy Bob Dunk?
Billy Bob. Did we send the Cornwallis back to you yet?
Oh, that's great.
Nah, you can keep him, scrawny, toffee-nosed git.
Well, I'm going to say it, folks. We got to get Duncan to bed and get Dick to bed, and I get to go watch
you go and put
Stranger Things with my missus.
Nice.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes. So get to say our goodbyes.
We kind of overrun tonight. Yeah. I think we let Dick was enjoying himself way too much.
Well, you know, every now and then you just got to enjoy a little Dick.
Little Dick, yeah. And let's face it, he's got one. And so we let it overrun. No worries whatsoever. And well, maybe you will start seeing the after show on the Shields. You never know. And Dick loves to play music and stuff, and you can all join that and talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got a similar life experience to Scott here, and we might do a little after show action and come up with something real cool, fellow babies. So check this shit out.
That could be some fun there.
You're missing the beard, though. You know, no beard.
I'm always scruffy, just no beard.
We can buy him one to put on there. We'll start like a ZZ Top cult. Hey, folks!
I love Billy Gibbons. Come on.
Oh, he's not bad for a white guy.
All right, you buggers. Let's get
ourselves. I didn't say that, did I?
Boom, baby, boom.
You know, he's a blues guy. You know.
Before we start getting the Confederate guitars out and go down a whole road that we don't want to go into, let's say night to you buggers.
Confederate sea monkeys.
Yeah, don't go there. Let's say goodnight to everybody in the chat. Yeah. Dick Dawson, say goodnight to everybody in the chat. Say thank you for coming and all that kind of shit.
Booty is only worth it if you're licking it, fellow babies. Get in there.
Oh, yeah. And thank you everybody for coming. And thank you for the one and only super chat we had tonight. So fuck the rest of you. I know you're all poor, but you know. So, Scott, you've been listening to him for fucking years, so you could have helped him out. But never mind.
I
Thank you
could
very
have.
much for coming. Thank you very much for coming. And Scott, take us out, and I'll hit the button.
I've got-
Hopefully,
Yeah.
Somebody wrote down the name of a Kiss song. gotta do
Well,
man.
my name it is a number.
It's on a
kiss
piece of
me on my
plastic.
car. Can tell
Oh,
me that you
just
like
from
it.
G-Boy. Look it up. I know it's fun.